What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. I am definitely happy to announce that the off-season rumors are really starting to heat up once again. Obviously, it's been a long time, like 8-9 months ago when my channel really started heating up. Rumors, speculation, off-season acquisitions, trades, buyouts, all that stuff started going crazy. And that's when, this whole thing started going. That's why probably most of you are even here in the first place. We had that little mini off-season between spring and summer where we actually had some cool moves go down. We actually had some cool stuff to talk about, like Blippo going to jungle, self-made vitality, all that kind of stuff. But now we're getting ready for that next offseason. Now a couple of teams have already been eliminated for the whole season. They're done with the whole year now. They're starting to look ahead towards 2022. So stories, rumors, all these moves are going to start coming out. And one of those teams that is already done for the season is Schalke. They're actually done forever. BDS is coming in, and that means the Schalke players are going to need to find a place to go. And today we're going to be talking about Broken Blade and what his future might have in store for him. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate it so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm, where the VODs of my weekly podcast go up. And in this week's podcast episode, we talked a ton about off-season rumors. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely go check that out. But with that being said, here we go. Again, Schalke, Broken Blade. This season did not go very good for them. Broken Blade was actually played pretty well in the summer split, considering how bad his team was. Schalke finished dead last in the LEC. They were a mess. They kicked Gilius. They got Kira. That didn't go very well. Obviously, Nuclear Int was a really big downgrade over Abadage in the mid lane. Everything was really not going good for Schalke, but pretty much everyone around the LEC, around European League of Legends, has recognized Broken Blade as a standout on this roster, and they're really saying that he, is going to be a highly sought-after free agent. When we take a look at the LEC contract database, we see that his contract is up, as is all the other contracts on Schalke, except for Nuclear Int to sign until 2022. But Broken Blade, Gilius, Kira, Neon Limit, all of these guys are free agents, but Broken Blade is definitely the most highly sought-after of the bunch. And the other thing here is he's actually one of the most highly, if not the most highly sought-after top lane free agent in the West for sure, but maybe even in the world. There is not a lot of good top laners in the West to begin with. I think it is one of, honestly, the most thin positions. It's really weak in Europe, and we know that NA obviously is overall weaker than Europe. So if Europe's not good, NA is really not looking too good. Top lane's kind of been decent for NA though. Alphari, Impact, there is some solid ones, but over in Europe things have been way weaker. So the fact that Broken Blade is on the market is definitely going to draw interest from a bunch of teams. There's been a lot of rumors going around of like maybe G2 would want to upgrade, if it would even be an upgrade, but maybe they'd want to swap out Wonder for Broken Blade. There's going to be teams going after him. But the big rumor here today is a tweet coming from Cobalt LOL. This is a guy who was really big in the rumor scene last year. He definitely had some big hits. Obviously, everyone has some misses. Everyone has some things that didn't work out. So I'm sure you can point to some old tweets of his that maybe didn't work out, but he was right about a lot of stuff as well in these off seasons. And that's the other thing that it's so early in the offseason right now. We're just hearing the very first round. So many teams are going to go through, weeks and weeks and months of different decisions. Stuff's going to fall through. Some deals are going to work out. Some deals aren't going to work out. Once one player signs to one team, it's going to, open up a bunch of doors for a bunch of other people. It's going to close doors for people. So these are all just potential things that could happen. These are just potential things that maybe some teams are thinking about. Maybe some teams are hearing. At the end of the day, we're just trying to start discussions. We're just trying to get people talking, thinking, all that stuff. Don't freak out. Don't, be a psycho. Don't go crazy. It's all fun. We're just talking League of Legends and a potential move that could go down. So Cobalt did tweet out that he just wanted to say the TSM rumors, that he called the TSM Sven rumors months ago. We had some of those coming out today. We'll probably talk about that in a future video this week. Before the FTX deal even happened, he was tweeting about this. That is interesting, maybe a little TSM reunion. But the more interesting thing here is a different TSM reunion, not TSM Sven, because both of these moves couldn't happen because of import slots and stuff. What he is talking about here is that he thinks they might not get Sven and might bring back Broken Blade. Now, obviously, they have their one import slot pretty much locked in Sword Art. They signed him to this massive deal. They're going to be rocking with Sword Art again next year. Their other import right now is Power of Evil. So this is all contingent on Power of Evil getting his green card, which is highly expected. We know, I think it was last offseason, there was talk of Power of Evil had like some Instagram posts and stuff where he was doing the next steps to getting closer to his green card or whatever. So it is expected that he will be a resident, and obviously TSM will hang on to him. him. Resident mid laners are one of the most valuable assets, if not the most valuable asset in the LCS. And that would open up an import slot for them. And most people are saying TSM's going to need to import at AD carry. Maybe they can go get a Chinese AD carry. Maybe they can go get Sven. Who knows what they can do, but they need to upgrade Lost. But the other thing here is that, like, me personally, I think they could upgrade Huni too, and I do think that Broken Blade is an upgrade to Huni. Obviously, he's a guy who's had a relationship with the team in the past. Some people are questioning how good that relationship was. Obviously, Broken Blade was not very happy about getting kicked from TSM. You know, he posted the double middle fingers picture. Maybe there was a little bit of bad blood there, but there was some bad blood because, you know, he didn't want to leave TSM. He liked it here so much and everything. And obviously now he's seen that, you know, going over to Europe and finishing 10th place in the LEC, that even though the breakup wasn't super good or whatever, maybe TSM isn't so bad of a place to be after all. Obviously, it does suck that they, you know, kicked him. They did him a little bit dirty, I'm sure he feels like. But again, taking him an import slot, they had to do what they had to do. But now maybe a reunion could make sense. TSM has some extra money. They could pay him because there's going to be a bidding war for Broken Blade for sure. But they have this FTX money now. I do think that Huni, while he was good, especially being a resident player, I think Broken Blade could be better if they have an import slot open, which that's why they had to get rid of BB in the first place. They didn't have that import slot open. I think it could make a lot of sense for TSM. I think it gives them a huge carry player, a guy who's, you know, he's inconsistent for sure, but his highs are so high. His good moments can be so good, and I think TSM needs some of that right now. I think this TSM team is lacking a lot of playmaking, a lot of you know, those big hype moments and stuff like that. So I don't know how likely this is. I don't know if BB would come back to TSM. I don't know how his relationship is with TSM. I don't know if he likes Europe better or North America better or whatever. But this is just at least a possibility. Now in this scenario, I don't know exactly who would be playing AD carry for TSM. Obviously we expect them to kind of go make a big splash. There is some rumors that if Team Liquid decides to import like a Chinese AD carry or a Korean AD carry or something like that, that Tactical could be on the market. And if Tactical is on the market, you know, one of his top landing spots has to be TSM. So maybe there's some world where TSM next season rocks with you know, BB, Spica, Power of Evil, Tactical, and Sword Art. I think that would be a pretty decent team, and I think that team would be a significant upgrade from what they have right now, which is a good team, a solid LCS team, a good LCS team. But you know, TSM, they are a team with so many titles, so much history and stuff. They're not trying to be a good LCS team. They're not trying to maybe get the 3 seed in the LCS. They're trying to go and get out of groups. They're trying to win championships. They're trying to, you know, make a statement at Worlds finally for once in TSM's history. And I think BB would get them closer to being able to do that. I think, you know, going over to Europe, playing in a new league, playing in a better league, getting to learn from new coaches, new competition, all that is probably good for him. And I think if he came back to the LCS now, he would be good. But yeah, there is, you know, potentially some rumors going on because BB is going to be one of the biggest free agents on the market in 2022. He's going to have options. It's going to depend on what he wants to do, but I definitely think TSM is going to be in the mix. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Do you think BB would come back to TSM? Do you think he should come back to TSM? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.